I'm gonna steal her.
She's great.
I love her.
Yeah.
She's my favorite.
You want to bring her to...
pork butt.
You want pork butt?
I don't want pork butt.
Well, you can say no. Like, you don't have to eat the food they put in front of you.
Pork butt and pineapple?
But no, yeah, if you want to bring her to a conference, we can hire her out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Day rates?
You good?
I'm down.
Yeah.
Day rates for Jen. Well, also last course just fashion advice in the end.
Done. You're not coming to me for fashion advice.
She pulled me aside yesterday. She got this music thing to go to. She's like, well, what do I wear? Do I wear like a turtleneck and sweatpants?
I think they actually have told me to come to you for fashion advice. I think we were talking about, like, so I just wore this to NAR, like, on stage, which is like the biggest real estate conference in the world. So, but I actually partially did it to make a specific joke. Okay. So in my session today, I was talking about the broken window theory, or the broken window thing, which is like, if you go into a neighborhood and there's like a factory and all the windows are smashed, you would have no problem going just smashing another for fun.
Right.
And then in general, treating that neighborhood like shit.
Right.
But if everything is pristine, you're probably not, you're going to keep it, like you've dropped garbage, you're probably going to pick it up and even put that away because you want to keep it pristine.
Right.
So I'm talking about that as a branding, like when you're looking at your branding, like if you have broken shit, it gives them that expectation that things are going to be broken elsewhere. Mm-hmm. Whereas everything's perfect. And like, it's like, you know, you need to give that first impression that's really good. Like if you're talking at the biggest real estate conference, you should show up in a suit and not some dude in jeans and a t-shirt. Like I made a joke about that while wearing jeans and a t-shirt on stage as like self-deprecating humor. Normally builds a lot of relatability, and one of the feedback comments to NAR that they got sent was, really don't appreciate when your speakers dress all sloppily on stage.
Like, I get both sides of it, because like I understand being authentic and being who you are, because as much as I like to dress up, I'll dress for my client. Like if I'm in a full-on suit, it's not like, I'm not going to clients like that. Yeah. Right? It's more for an event. Would I wear jeans and t-shirt to speak at a conference? Depends on the conference. Yeah. And depends on what message am I driving home. Yeah. Like if I was delivering my session today about luxury real estate and the experience, probably not. But if you're talking about branding, probably. Yeah. Because that's like if I think of you, I think of you in jeans and a Joe Sell Home t-shirt. Yeah. Always. And that's why like, I think you probably like you sleep in that, you shower in that, like you grocery shop in that. Like I actually just have one sitting next to my computer, so I film a video, I just put it on. I don't actually wear them outside. You don't wear pants? Yeah. Oh, I'm always newscaster style. Right. Like, or sweatpants or Lulus. Yeah. But yeah, very rarely will I stand up in the video. Yeah. It's not the best plan. Unless I like have to go out. Yeah. But yeah, that would be it. Like full newscaster, sit this, and like sometimes like the weirdest shirts on. Like I have a lot of like just like random pop culture. Like I'm a sucker for t-shirt ads that show up for like 90s nostalgic sitcom. Like if a Seinfeld shirt shows up, there's a good chance of buying it. Right. So I have a lot of things like that. Like I have one for Hennigan Scotch, and if you don't watch Seinfeld and like really know Seinfeld, you will not understand a Hennigan Scotch t-shirt. Right. But the people who get it, I get extra fun out of that. Right. But then I'll do shirts like Callahan's Auto was one that actually got a lot of traction online, but with a very specific group of people. Right. Yeah, normally now, and the other reason I do the branded shirt is I can whip off 50 videos in one sitting. Right. I know knows the difference. Yeah. They doesn't feel like I shot it a year ago. Yeah. So. And that's the hard thing when I do my social media, because we'll shoot for a day. Yeah. And I'll do 4 to 5 outfit changes. And people are like, actually it was Tim Hudak. I posted a selfie on stories. I was at the gym, and I had my post in the morning, which was in an outfit that I'd shot like 3 weeks prior. Yeah. And then I ran into him at Starbucks in another outfit, and then we had the bill reading for Tressa that night, and I was in another outfit. Yeah. And he legitimately thought I changed my outfits 4 times that day. Yeah. I'm like, some days yes, but it's a lot, and I don't know how I could. I don't know where I was going with this. It just left me. Well then, fuck it. Let's just go on to something else. Dressing matters. Anyways, I just wear the same thing because then I can knock off 50 in a row. Right. And it's fine. Whereas if I was wearing like a Jurassic Park t-shirt, then I could do one and I gotta wait like... That's where I was going with that. I'm like, yeah, like if I were to... I still don't know what I was going to say.
This is post-conference, like, everyone's pretty tired from a long week.
Yeah.
So, it happens.
You know what? After Tuesday, my brain just went to mush. Like, once they announced my name and the votes, the first thing was I unbuttoned my jacket and my suit, I unbuttoned my belt, and I unbuttoned my pants, and I sat in my chair and just went...
So you did the post-buffet move.
Yeah, basically.
Get back from a buffet, yep.
But it's like, I'm sitting there and I'm waiting. I'm like, okay, what are my numbers? Did I win? It's stressful.
So how many people were you up against for that?
I was up against one other person.
So like going into, like, how confident are you?
So, I'm naturally a very confident person.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I don't like to count it as mine until I hear the final results. Because as much as I had campaigned, as much as I had verbal support from people can change their mind last minute.
Yeah.
And...
Or they were just appeasing you when you were talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean...
You know, like asking you to come on a show and then, like, delaying it for...
Oh, like how you ghosted me. He's like a bad first date. Like, we went on this really great date once, and I thought I had fun. And then he ghosts me, and I'm waiting for him to call, and I'm just like...
Oh, where is he?
But, no, it was... He had a really good candidacy as well, because he was very involved.
Yeah.
Like, he served on RICO, he was on Realtors Care, like many more years of experience in the business than I do. So I was nervous.
Yeah. Do you want more, by the way?
A little bit.
Okay. Grab some more. We're going to get another drink. 1 second.
1 second. One of the guys in my office works with a developer, and so I have the exclusive right to all their buildings. And the new project they're doing is at a higher price point than most agents would want to do pre-construction in.
Yeah.
Because they're used to, you know, the 1,000 square foot, fast and easy condos like at Young and Queen, for example.
Yeah.
This one's in Yorkville, higher price point. And to drive some leads, I was like, hey, JSH is the perfect company to do that with.
Yeah. So, like, that's where there's a few different things to look at, and different ways you'd go that approach. But, like, because, like, there is some tough on the targeting luxury.
Right.
Because if you do, like, a standard lead gen approach for luxury, you get a lot of leads that are just people who want to, like, see the pretty luxury stuff.
Right.
So, and it's hard to completely take those people out. So normally we do less initial lead gen and go more like branding and pre-qualifying, then retarget with the lead gen.
Okay.
And then even in that retargeting, using the text to basically be like, unless you can afford X, don't opt in.
Right.
Right. And then it's figuring out, and this is where you really have to know who the client is, like the one potential buyer. Is like, what are they into, right? So like, one thing I've learned dealing with people who have a lot of money, like a random one with one segment is like they're really into watches,
right?
But like not Rolexes, like there's just like some brands that like I would never have heard of. Like there was one guy like, or they have like watch dealers. Like I would never even thought that was a thing.
Yeah.
But so then targeting that type of thing. Generally, if I target people who like have a watch dealer or those specific like really high-end watch brands that aren't Rolex, you'll then get the kind of people with money behind by targeting those. So it's figuring out like for that buyer for that type of property, like what are those niche interests they have that no one else would have. Like you can't target rich people by targeting Ferrari.
Yeah.
Right? Like
because you're gonna get like Joe Schmo who just likes Ferrari.
Ferrari makes more money selling t-shirts than cars.
Honestly though.
What are those niche interests for that buyer for that? So like you gotta kind of really profile them.
Right.
And we go by the 3 F's. So the first one is like who do they follow?
Right.
Right? Like are the people gonna buy that? Are they like Kim Kardashian or is it Warren Buffett? Is it Warren Buffett and Kim Kardashian? Because that's then a whole other sub niche, right?
Yeah.
So it's figuring out like who's the influencer on them, and we use like that's famous to the family. So if I'm like targeting a golfer, I'm not targeting Tiger Woods. He's way too popular. But like Bubba Johnson, if you're not into golf, you have no idea who that is.
Right.
So you look at like that side. So like the easy real estate example would be like Tom Ferry.
Right.
Right. Like if Tom Ferry came to this event today, packed house, everyone's pretty excited. Walks out on the street, it's going to be 5 hours till someone might recognize
it. Yeah.
Right. So that's who you want to figure out from that, like the buyer, who they're following. Then fund, so like where are they spending their money, like Starbucks, Tim Hortons, that type of thing.
People still drink Tim Hortons?
Some, probably not, people you're going after. And then the last one is frequent. So like, are they spending their time on ESPN.com or Vanity Fair? Or Forbes? Like, so once you can kind of figure out those pieces, of the buyer for that specific project, then it gets a lot easier to target them.
Cool.
And then bring them in, look alike, and all that fun stuff.
All that is like, so you just spoke to me in Chinese for 5 minutes, and I'm like, great, I'm just craving mushu pork right now.
I've heard it's good.
I don't know how my mind works. It just works in such weird ways.
Hey, as long as business is going,
right?
Then who cares?
I was doing my presentation today, and I'm naturally sarcastic, like it just happens, and I just brought it into my session, and people were like, "I've never seen that side of you before."
Really?
I'm like, I'm kind of.
That's just you. Like
I'm all the time like that. Like
I feel like I've only seen that side of you.
Me being super sarcastic.
Yeah.
Like my mom always says to Scott, like I don't know how he handles me. My mom's like, after 19 years of living with you, she's like, I had to let you go. Like she's like, I can't do it.
Get the fuck out.
Well, very short. Like my mom calls me, like 30 seconds on and off the phone.
Yeah.
Like if we hang out together, it's very quick. She's like, I can't handle you. She was too much sarcasm.
Yeah, I did try to start toning back a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not nearly as... I'm still pretty sarcastic, but not nearly as much as I used to be.
But I think, like, people will appreciate that because you're sarcastically funny versus sarcastically cunty.
Yeah.
Can I say that word?
Sure.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay.
It's on brand.
Is it?
Is it?
It is.
Maybe, yeah? A little bit?
Yeah.
Then we're good. Yeah. And we'll see you next Tuesday.
I think the most fun I'm having right now is just watching Jen's face after I say anything.
Dude, it'd actually be an amazing clip for the show. We get Jen to come on for a minute and interview you.
Done. Come here,
Jen, let's go.
What do I say?
I don't even know. You're jumping in. You're going to do like 5 minutes with James.
5 minutes with James in the City.
Yeah. So, I'm out for a minute. Yeah.
5 minutes with James in the City.
It's like a YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Look at her with her weave over here.
First of all,
It's all natural.
there is no weave here. Homegrown.
Wait,
Thank you very much.
let me
Fill me up.
Hold this so it looks like you're being involved.
So I'm a drunk.
No, there's no tracks in there. That's all
No,
natural.
that is all natural. Thank you.
That's a cheers on that.
So,
Hey, Boo.
what's your favorite color?
I don't know. I honestly would have to say like the various shades of blue. Because like I'm not an autumn and I'm not a winter. I can do both.
Just sell homes blue?
Just as long as it's a blue. Is it this? It's not this blue, is it?
Yeah,
We're our logo.
darker. Oh, I was gonna go like this.
That's black, honey.
That's black and white. Can you guess what mine is?
Oh, yeah, obviously.
What's that?
That's more indigo. But yes, I'm fucking gay, right? This is
you couldn't tell.
This is indigo. No, yeah. So the variety of shades of blue. So like anything from like a baby to a royal to a navy to like an azul, like all across that.
You make color sound so wonderful.
That's a gay thing. Okay, next question. Rapid fire. Come on.
I was not prepared for this. Okay, so I have your favorite.
You want to
color.
be his conference person.
Yeah, you gotta like.
I don't ask questions. I'm the one in the background with the messed up stabilizer that just has a seizure mid frickin' like the one time it needed to work, right? I don't ask questions.
So I think we got to know each other really well at Blue Mountain. So it was like she already knows me.
Totally. So, so I think for me, like I love the fashion side of you, right? I because I was there for your talk, obviously, as you can tell, because I like posted a million things from your talk, but it was like super fascinating. But I kind of want to talk about the fashion a little bit, if that's cool, because I'm
not on the episode right now.
Sounds good. You don't exist. This is my show. So how did that start? Like, when did you start like really getting into fashion, and like how did that?
I've always been into it. I've always dressed like my own way.
Yeah.
Never really said like I'm a boy, I have to wear this. Like I've worn like this jacket is a lady's jacket that I custom made. Like I went to the Talbot's outlet and I bought it. It was plain white before with buttons. And it was a size 26, which didn't fit me. It was way too big, but it fit my shoulders. So I had my tailor take it in. And I wanted it to look somewhat Chanel-esque because I wanted it to tie into my title about luxury being an experience, but still tying in something very James in the City.
Right.
So I went to the fabric store on some random shop on Queen West, bought this fabric, took it back to the tailor. She tailored it in, took off the buttons, out of the trim, And yeah, I mean, I've used ladies' clothing as a jumping off point for years. I love to, I'm a huge thrifter. Like, I love going to vintage shops on Queen West or Kensington Market and pulling things out of there and recycling it. I'll mix high and low. I'll wear, like yesterday I was very plain. I was in like a brown blazer and oatmeal colored pants and shirt, but I had these boots on that were like green tapestry all along the sides.
Yes.
Right? And I was like, oh, your outfit's so plain today. Like, we wanted more from you. And they saw the shoes, like, oh, damn.
Yeah, first of all.
Like, even last night I had a shirt that said inmate on the back.
Right.
And I made that shirt.
I love that.
I went to Mark's Work Warehouse, bought like a blue and white striped shirt.
Yeah.
And I used bleach to distress it.
Amazing.
And I just took paint and stencil and I wrote inmate on the back.
I love that.
Yeah.
I need a picture of that, first of all, because I apparently missed out on that.
Yeah, you did.
Can you make me like a custom like jean jacket? Or like paint it?
I could buy a pen. I've got, I can paint it. But actually, there's a girlfriend of mine in Toronto, Danforth and Pape. She got a store called Concept 98. Actually, we should go shopping there for your New Zealand thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, because Soph has really good things. I got this custom denim jacket, but it was kind of oversized and a like painted mural on the back.
I love that.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I wore a shirt a couple weeks ago that was designed by Scooter Lafarge, who's an artist in New York, but he designed it with Patricia Field, who was like Sex and the City.
Yeah.
And I wore that shirt, and it's like it's got patchwork and paint and like blood splatter and well, not real blood splatter, but like I wore it, and Patricia Field reposted it.
Stop.
I was like drunk, and I saw it. I was like, I died. Like I had to pull over. I had like such a fangirl moment. Like yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, we need to go there together.
But I can't describe my style. Like someone asked me, like what is your style? And it's for my mood.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'll pull my outfits for the week, and I'll look at them like, okay, I won't wear that today. But I've worn like oversized ripped jeans, like very boyfriend fit, like oversized down to the floor, with like a really tailored like Louis Vuitton suede blazer and a pair of Chucks.
Love it.
But then I've done like custom crushed velvet, like Tom Ford custom made tuxedos. I guess there's no line to say what it is. Just the mood that I'm in that day.
I love that. Yeah, and I definitely, I mean, I say that I'm in my like least fashionable state right now. I blame you, but it's fine.
She was looking at Andrew, by the way, not me.
Yeah. No, I'd look a lot better if I was blaming it on him. But I'm totally the same, and like because I remember when we started talking, and you asked me like who my fashion inspo was, and I was like Demi Lovato. Yeah. Because that's how I feel with her. Like, yes, there are certain characteristics that kind of stick through, but I find that she just dresses for like whatever her mood is, whatever. Yeah. And I love that, and I'm totally the same. My mood has been sweatpants for the past like year, but that's fine.
But like when you're going to a music event or when you're releasing a video or whatever, like you're Jen. And there's nobody to describe who Jen is. It's just like that mood for that song. Yeah. Right. Well, and that's what's been really interesting because, and I feel like I've learned that in the last year or so, because in the past, like just super insecure about everything and just being like, what am I supposed to wear? What do people wear on stage? What am I supposed to do? So people would tell me what to wear. Yeah. So every outfit I ended up with, I'm like, oh, this like makes sense with what they said, right? And I always ended up hating it. And I'd look at footage back and I'd be like, I hate this outfit. It doesn't feel right. Yeah. And so I just got to a point, like even like for my next performance that I'm planning on this summer, I'm like, I'm not even gonna stress about it. I'm gonna like, I might even just show up in ripped jeans and like in like a sweater, because I love that, and like that feels me. Look at like Billie Eilish, for example. Yes. Like when I don't put you and Billie on the same level in terms of fashion. Sometimes I question what she does, but like there's like that edgy vibe there, and like you're both edgy but laid back, but like approachable. Right. And you could pull some stuff off that she does. So if you were to show up at a concert in like a oversized sweatshirt and ripped jeans, I'd be like, as long as you're wearing heels, I'd applaud that. Sounds good. I'm down. Just don't want to fall. But I get that, and like but she's the perfect example of that. Yeah. Like I cannot relate to her fashion in any way, shape, or form, other than what you just said, obviously. Yeah. But like when you look at like just the actual full picture, I'm like, I would never show up in that outfit. Yeah. But it's because it's purely her. Right. Like she showed up as her. Like I couldn't even try and show up the way she's dressed. You know what I mean? Well, again, going back to Demi Lovato, if you look at how she was dressing previously, you could tell she was in something that she didn't want to wear. Right, because her body language was different, and what really sold it for me was she wore a white tuxedo, bare chested.
Yes.
And that was like
gorgeous.
that, and then her hair was slicked back, and I'm like, that is like Demi Lovato dressed up. You know that she picked that outfit herself.
She walked differently that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Love it. There's your fashion segment. I'm seeing my reflection.
That is a Over A Pint first.
We're breaking all the barriers today.
Little fashion segment. Listen, I do social media. I don't sell houses. I don't.
Oh, you sold houses. You just weren't the agent.
Right. Whoa. Oh, boom.
Listen, let me just put this into context. He hired me. They accepted me into the world of Slack. And one of our coworkers said, "Oh, hey, lead gen."
Ha.
Everybody laughed, but I didn't get it, so I just didn't comment. I was like, "What's a lead gen?" And I didn't even know how to look it up because she spelled it like Jen, like, so it's like I didn't get it. I get it now. That's what's important. It was lovely speaking with you.
Likewise. Is that what we're done? Only 2 questions?
What else do I have to say to you?
I don't know. You know me pretty well. Like, we chat. I think every house has a story, right? So if you look at my staging plans, no 2 look the same. If you look at my listing videos, no 2 look the same. Because I hate when realtors do, "Hey, I'm Joe Schmo from blank brand. Welcome to my new." When I hear the word "my newest listing," it's a total boner killer. Welcome to my newest listing. Shut the fuck up. I don't care what your newest listing. Sell me the house.
You need a running tally of times boner killer said.
It's like when we were with Greenspan and he says Mindshare 101. Yeah. Right?
Your term is hashtag boner killer.
Hashtag boner killer. But no, it's such a fucking boner killer when they're like, my newest listing. I'm like, I need Viagra because the bone is gone. But it's, every house has a story.
Yeah.
Every staging has a story. Every listing video has a story. And the way I look at them is the way I look at fashion. So if I was going to the Royal LePage Awards night, I would wear, actually what I'm wearing next week is, it's going to air probably way after this, but I'm wearing like a white suede double-breasted blazer with a white suede pant with a massive like gangsta cuff on it, like something John Gotti would wear, with like a really big peak and a pink and white striped shirt. So it looks like I'm going to like the Derby, right?
Love it.
But that's like my mood for that night. Whereas if I was going to your concert, for example, I might wear like leather pants and a cheetah top.
Right.
Right? I look at listings the same way. Some of them are going to have like that mid-century vibe.
Yeah.
Or they're going to be like very feminine, like soft and pink and blush and a lot of candles and crystal.
Yeah.
Right?
That makes sense.
Does that make sense?
But it's true though, because I mean, I've seen so many pictures where it's like the same couch, the same pillows, the same lamp reused, and this, you're right, the space is different. It's a different story, it's a different vibe, it's built in a different style.
No, but it's like it's trying to do something that doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like if you look at a lot of stage, no set the stages whatsoever, but they use the same teal, same teal throw and teal pillows.
Yes, teal.
And you,
the different,
you know,
all the shades of teal.
Right, and then you all use the furniture with the chrome legs.
One shade of teal?
Yes.
I think it's been made clear that there are many shades of every color.
Yeah.
But I thought teal is just a shade. Like
no, but there's like
a shade of what?
What?
I don't know. Turquoise.
That's a very accentuated H. What? What?
That's my
It's very white. Is this natural color?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
But yes, this is my natural leg. Thank you.
Weave to stop. There's no weave. I choice for tracks. There's no weave.
Yeah.
Actually, a good friend of mine, she's a client and a drag queen. And when I got her first apartment, she needed a place for all of her wigs. And she goes, "There's not enough closet space." I'm like, "Jada, like, girl, it's a massive walk-in." She goes, "Honey, I have weave that touches my booty hole." And she goes, "If you're not wearing weave that's 19 inches or more, you are practically bald."
I love that.
So we had to find a closet that had enough shelf space to match her fucking 19-inch weaves.
Crazy.
It's a lot.
Yes.
And the thing is, I'm balding, so I've joked that I would shave my hair and wear a wig every day and have a different one for every day of the week.
Yes.
Like a Courtney and a Brenda. And
love that.
So, random question from
Yeah.
someone who knows nothing about
this.
What's the difference between a weave and a wig?
Okay, so a wig is a wig.
Like a wig, like
Yeah,
a full
I
piece
know
of
what a
hair.
wig is.
And a weave is like sewed in or
Into my
fusion.
hair.
Yeah.
So they would like take my hair up, sew it in.
And then fill it over.
sew it into your existing hair?
Yes.
Yeah, so you'll have the clip-in extension. So Courtney Wilson from HGTV, yesterday you could tell she had extensions in, and they were clip-in because when she had her hair back to the side...
So a weave's an extension. They're the same thing.
Sort of.
But it's like weaved into your hair.
It's weaved into your hair versus like clipped in.
Whereas like a clip-in would be...
Yeah. Like a lot of
girls...
it's
really awkward if someone like runs their hand through your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't do that.
And it's fine, like you'll go from like a Pomeranian to like a Chihuahua when you take your weave out.
So many Giselle Holmes firsts for this episode.
I love it.
Like, what's this like episode titled? Like the virginity of Giselle Holmes, what not to do? The gayest episode of Giselle Holmes.
Yeah, that might be it.
Honestly, I would not be offended if you did that.
Okay, so there should actually be a book you need to read.
Okay.
So I don't know actually if it's out yet. So it's a guy named Ray Perez. Okay. It's from New York.
We're still not on the screen.
Whatever, they can see my hand. So...
that made me uncomfortable.
That's fair.
Really.
Oh.
I'm like, I'm done.
But it's the title is Your Branding Should Be Gay.
Yes.
Ooh.
Work, bitch.
I like that.
I like that. Your branding should be gay.
Yes.
Yeah. And he runs a branding company. Actually, I think you would actually like his content quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome.
That sounds
he's
really
fucking
cool.
brilliant. Like he's one of those guys like when you look branding influencers, he's legit. Like he's one of those guys you're like, okay, you actually know what you're talking about, and they're fucking awesome. So last I talked to him, it was coming out. I think actually it might be this spring. It's coming out. I'll have to look it up.
Your branding should be gay.
Your Branding Should Be Gay by Ray Perez.
I'm down for that.
Yeah,
I think the world needs more gay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Like the world needs to be a gayer place.
Mm-hmm. I
Take
agree.
that, Donald Trump. If you,
good job.
Andrew gave like a really good.
You guys missed that. That was like a little.
It's like another camera here. Andrew, like, good, like fierce, like
really
honey.
nice. I liked it.
This is the gayest episode of Giselle Holmes.
I'm okay with it. But I will have more fun writing these blog posts, though.
You gotta write a blog post too?
Yeah, he makes me write blog posts. I don't like it, but I'll write the one on fashion. How fashion relates
all right, so
to
get into the marketing.
Design.
Yeah.
We have a video.
We have a video. This is a video.
What do you do with videos to promote them? What do we make you do? What do you... Like, I realize you hate half of the stuff I make you do.
I really just hate blogs. Like, anyway. So what? What is it that you want from me?
Don't worry about it.
I don't know.
I'm a really good interviewer.
Yeah.
I was trained.
Anderson Cooper.
Yep. I'll just get myself a little wig and
He's got great hair. He's got a great ass though. Like I saw him at an airport a couple years ago and I was like, BAM! And that hair. Daddy.
thick hair.
Right?
It's impressive.
I'm balding, so I love people with thick hair. Like Brian Santos, who's from our southwestern region on the board, has beautiful hair. It's thick, it's full, it's like perfectly tamed. See how like this is all dark here? Mm-hmm. This is spray. This is fibers that I add into my hair. Because when I shower and I pull my hair back, this is bald. This is bald. This is bald. No, yeah. I've bleached my hair so many times over the years that it falls out. So if you don't know, I'm speaking at Blue Mountain Conference again this year. Andrew doesn't even know, but I'm speaking.
I didn't know either.
I will share something.
July 14th and 15th. I don't know why I'm looking at the camera. I'm not on it.
Do you want to maybe reposition it? You're like that. We just both look into the distance.
I'm inviting myself to speak at Blue Mountain Conference.
I agree to that. I approve.
Okay.
This message.
I will be less hungover this year. I promise.
Yeah.
Let's do our ending and then we'll.
This concludes the
gayest episode of Just Solo. No, what's this called? Over the Pint.
Doesn't matter at this point. This is an interesting episode. Lots was discussed. It was good. I think we should do another one at some point.
I'm down to do another one.
Yeah.
Like, we could go for so much longer.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, super gay episode.
The gayest.
Yeah.
I'm counting it.
The gayest that we're gonna like in sparkles do something right here. It's like the gayest episode.
Like rain, like sparkle on my face.
Jen?
Every time you say that, we don't do it because we don't have the stuff to do it.
It's like if this was like a good quality episode, we'd have like
jazz hands.
Like Liza Minnelli.
Yeah. So Thank you for watching. So one of the things that's interesting about this episode is there's going to be a lot that's cut. So I'm not sure which parts you guys are going to see, but I can guarantee at least some of it will be very interesting. So if people would like to get a hold of you,
you can follow me on Instagram at the James in the City. I'm not going to give you my number because I'm a millennial and I don't answer my phone. So follow me on Instagram at the James in the City.
Stay tuned for next. I used to say next week, but we don't even air them weekly now. So stay tuned for the next episode when we will have a guest that we haven't picked yet. For all we know, it might be him again.
It'll be part 2 at the Blue Mountain Conference this summer. I'm speaking again. He doesn't know it, but I'm inviting myself.
I just found out.